Now, the last of my 4 sightings, this happened maybe late September, early October of 1992. It was a weekend, and Mike Lyerly, who saw the first 2 sightings, he was spending the night at my house. And it was maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a very clear night, and we were hanging out in the street, like on the curb in front of my house, just talking about stuff. And naturally, we were kind of like looking around in the sky because so much weird stuff had been happening. But we look right down the middle of the street, and I'm not sure what, I guess that's due north. And I'd say about 30 degrees up from the horizon, we notice that there are these 3 red lights. And the lights are just floating in the sky, and they've made an equilateral triangle to each other. We're like, oh, that's kind of weird. We have these 3 red lights. I don't know, that's kind of weird. And after a minute, we realize that they're very slowly moving. So we watch, and after about a minute or 2, the 3 lights have changed position so that they're all lined up vertically. Like, oh, that is really weird. And then all of a sudden, we're like, wait, they're moving again. It takes a couple more minutes, and they go back to being an equilateral triangle. And a few more minutes later, they move, and now they're all lined up horizontally. It stays there for a minute, moves back to the equilateral triangle, then it moves, everything is equilateral, and then all of a sudden each of the 3 points in the triangle starts to move at the same time, very slowly, to opposite ends of the sky. And it takes about 15 minutes of us watching these dots slowly move, and one of them, kind of passes closer to overhead us, and the other heads south towards this horizon, the other heads kind of northwest to the horizon. And just watch them completely scatter. It looked faint enough that it was, immediately when we looked at it, we considered it like it was 3 satellites. Like it seemed like it was that far away, or some sort of stationary plane. But I don't know, like the arrangement of all these, really never been able to explain that. And that was the last solid UFO sighting that was a part of my life.